All men should be terrified right now. Each and every single one of you. Men should be extremely terrified right now. The world is changing faster than many of us can keep up with, right? Relationships have changed, dating has changed, marriage has changed, women have changed. Everything around us is changing very fast. Jobs are changing, employment is changing, the way that we make money, the way that people are seeing the world, everything is changing. And that should terrify you right now. If you're still sitting down and twiddling your fingers, right? You're still sitting down waiting for a politician to save you. You're waiting on Bill Gates to save you. You're waiting on Donald Trump to save you. You're waiting on Scamala to save you. You're waiting on everybody to save you but you. Men should be terrified. Men should be extremely terrified because they're ripping the rug up from under you and there is no warning. There is not going to be a warning. Many of you only have 3 to 5 years. You only have 3 to 5 years to get this shit right because nobody's coming to save you. Your mom not going to be able to save you. Your dad is not going to be able to save you. Society is not going to be able to save you. As you can see, they're pulling all safeguards. Right? The guardrails that we used to have, especially in America, right? They're stripping that away. There's no more guardrails anymore. There's no more training wheels anymore. No. If you fall, that is it. That is it. If you remain poor over the next 3 to 5, 10 years, just to be a little hopeful, over the next 10 years, if you're still in the same spot, right? If you're still standing right where you're standing, if you're still working at Wally World, right? If you're still working at Jiffy Lube, Ninja, if you still don't have any money in your pocket, chances are that's how you will remain the rest of your living and breathing life. And if you end up having kids, if you end up having descendants, right? They're definitely going to be poor for the rest of their living, breathing life because now it's harder than ever to make money. They're making it harder than ever to make money. The window is closing. I hope y'all realize this. The window is closing, right? Y'all don't have time, right? The social media window is closing. AI windows are closing, right? The AI is what's really closing in the gap, right? The digitalization of everything, that window is closing. Everything that you can think of, every route that you can think of to make money is closing. The old ways of making money, that's damn near dead now. Right? That's damn near dead. Blue collar jobs are not excluded from this, right? Truckers are going through it. Doctors are going through it. Nurses are going through it. Everybody is going through it. People are seeing the writing on the wall. So what are you going to do about it? You should be terrified, right? There's more homeless on the street. The other day, I seen a woman pull up in a nice car. She had a nice car. She didn't look raggedy at all, right? And she was pregnant. But she had ran out of gas and she had no money. She had nobody to call. She had nobody to come pick her up. She couldn't afford for somebody to bring her gas, a tow truck or something, tow truck service to bring her gas. She was out there begging essentially for some money, right, to put some gas in her tank. And granted, you could tell the difference between somebody who's just homeless and on drugs versus somebody who's actually just going through it. And this woman was going through it. Right? And I've seen families who are homeless. I'm seeing more and more people who look like they don't even look like they're on drugs. They just look like they just been pushed out. Many of you are going to be pushed out. Many men are going to be pushed out. Y'all are still pouting and rubbing your eyes because you can't find a wife, you can't find a girlfriend. Right now is not the time to be worried about a woman. I'm telling you right now. Now is not the time to be worried about a woman. You need to get your shit together. Right? You need to get your affairs in order. You need to really focus on what you're going to become in this new world. That's what y'all need to be focused on. Right? Because now it's real. The meaning of sink or swim has not, if it hasn't mattered then, it matters right now. You're going to sink or you're going to swim. Many people are going to drown. Many people are going to drown. Many men are going to drown. As you can see, many men are already removing themselves from society anyway. How long do you think that can hold? How long do y'all really think that can hold before society just collapses and those men are going to be up under? You're going to be, I don't care if you're exiling yourself out of society unless you have some substantial amount of resources to be able to remove yourself from society. If you're just a Wally World working ass ninja and you just stay with your parents, when that building falls, you're going to be right up under it, ninja. You're going to be right up under. You're not going to be excluded. I told y'all what's coming next is essentially slavery. What's coming next is essentially servitude. Y'all think it's a game out here. You think you're just going to remove yourself and not play the game, or they're going to make you play the game. Y'all should be terrified. Y'all should be terrified of what's coming. Y'all should be terrified of what's happening right now, right? If you're not in panic mode and you're not scrambling to find something, find a skill, learn a skill to be able to make some money from your mind, to be able to make some money from what the new economy is headed towards, which means AI, automation, right? If you're not using your brain, right? Because many people don't know how to use their brain. If you're not using your brain right now to be able to create some cash out of thin air just from creativity and your imagination, you're going to be left behind. And it's nothing you're going to be able to do from it. If you get left behind on this next go around, there is no coming back. Right? Which is going to be, sorry to say, it's going to be around 70 to 80% of people. 70, 80% of people don't think. 70 to 80% of people don't have a good head on their shoulders. 70 to 80% of people rely on a corporatocracy, the big corporations, to provide for them, to feed them, to give them paychecks, to put their kids through daycare, right? They aren't self-sufficient. Most people are not self-sufficient. Most people have been on the corporate nipple since forever, right? Never ever learned how to become self-sufficient. Yeah, it's game over for a lot of people. Men should be terrified, right? If I'm not hitting that panic alarm for you, then by all means, ninja, you're gonna go up under the tsunami when it comes. But if I'm talking to you, you should be panicking right now. You should be panicking, right? Because rent is going to continue to go up. Rent is not going down. Rent is not going down. The cost of food is not going down. The cost of services are not going down. None of these things that used to be, less expensive, none of these things are going back down. This is the new norm. $5 gallons of milk is the new norm. It's not going back down. The cost of eggs is the new norm. It's not going back down. The cost of meat is the new norm. It's not going back down. You used to spend $200 on groceries. Now you're going to spend $400 to $500 on groceries. It's not coming back down. Right? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you buying organic or regular, just regular food. It is not going back down. Fast food is here to stay. Right? The new prices of fast food, it is here to stay. Nothing is going back down. So what do you do? What do you do? What you just stop looking? You just stop looking to make money? Do you just stop searching? You just stop searching for money? Do you just stop? Do you just lay down until what? You think a helicopter's gonna come? You think Jesus is about to come and rescue you, ninja? Right? Some of y'all are just waiting. Y'all waiting on a saving grace. Y'all putting y'all whole lives into politicians' hands. You're putting your lives on your local politicians' hands. You're putting your lives into everybody's hands but yourself. It's time to become self-sufficient. It's time to become self-sufficient. You don't have too much longer. Right? The self-implosion is happening right now. Right? They're throwing everything downhill. The ones with the money, the ones with the power, they just throwing everything downhill. They letting you, right? Me, the everyday citizen, take the brunt force of what's going on. Right? Collapsing in real time. In the near future, it's literally going to be the haves and have-nots. That is it. There's not going to be any in-betweens. The middle class is not coming back. Y'all should understand this by now. I want you to take a minute. Just take a minute and pause right now. Just take a minute and pause. I want you to understand this. The middle class is never coming back, right? The middle class is never coming back. If you're only making $40,000 a year, you are low middle class to damn near poverty in this current economic standing. If you're making $50,000 a year, you're a low middle class, right? $100,000 a year is the new middle class, right? For whatever the middle class is now, right? And only how many people make how many people make $100,000 a year, right? We're talking about anywhere between 10 to 15% of people in America, at least 10 to 15% of 380 million people, right? That's really not that many people when you really put it in hindsight. So only the top 20%, only the top 20% of people, right, or in that bracket are considered middle class. And then everything up higher than that, 250,000, 500,000. Now you're talking about high middle class to rich. There is, listen, the regular income no longer cuts it. It no longer cuts it, right? The average rent is about around 1,800 in most major cities. And then to qualify, you have to meet 2 times the rent. Yeah, it's over with for a lot of people. It's over with for a lot of people. And it's just going to continue to increase. The people who have the power, they want you in a permanent class. They don't want you to be able to climb out. Even in America, they don't want you to be able to climb out. They want you in permanent servitude. All the opportunities that America used to have, they're going out of the door, right? This used to be the land of opportunity, still is for a short window of time until that window closes. And they are intentionally closing that window. They are intentionally increasing inflation. They are intentionally increasing the cost of services, the cost of rent, the cost of goods, the cost of food. They are intentionally doing it to intentionally price you out. I continue to tell you this. They don't want you to have any power, right? Especially you men. They don't want you to have any power. They want you under. They want you under the building. They want you in the dirt. They want you not to be able to climb out. They don't want you to be able to afford anything. They want you to work for them. They want you to serve them, serve their corporate interests, and serve and make money for them. That's what they want you to do. They don't want you to do anything else, right? You should be panicking. You should be panicking because time is speeding up. I don't know if you looked around lately. Time is speeding up, right? A lot of people are just lollygagging, right, on their phones. A lot of people just scrolling, doom scrolling, right? They don't know what to do with their life. They don't know what to do with their mind, right? All they know how to do is scroll. That has purposely been done, right? They want you to distract it. They don't want you to think. I'm telling you right now, you better start thinking right now. You better stop scrolling all through TikTok and Instagram and YouTube. You need to stop scrolling right now. You need to stop, right? Even if you stop this video right now. You need to go ask ChatGPT, how do I make it? You need to go ask ChatGPT, how do I make money for 2025? How do I make money in this current economic collapse? How do I make money in the new world that is ever changing right now? How do I make money? What can I do? What skills can I learn? You need to be on your shit right now because it's almost, listen, the window is closing. That window is closing. A lot of people are going to wait till it's too late, right? A lot of people are going to wait till it's too late. The writing has been on the wall. The writing has been on the wall for 10 plus years at this point, right? And people are still not paying attention. They're paying attention to their phones though. Some people know what's going on. Some people they threw in the towel a long time ago. They gave up. They just like, it is what it is. But if you want to rise, man, if you want to rise to the occasion, you want to be one of the kings that are going to come out of these ashes right now, because a lot of shit is going to burn down. And a lot of people are going to burn with it. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to become a king, if you want to rise to the occasion, you're going to need to change a lot about your mindset. You're going to need to stop doing all that doom scrolling. You need to start paying attention to what's going on. You need to start paying attention to the digitalization of your world, of what's going on right now. You need to start paying attention to AI. You need to start paying attention to automation. You need to start paying attention to where the world is headed. You need to start paying attention to where the money is moving, because the money is moving right now. While we're being distracted by politics and what's going on in the current world, you got the elites, they're moving money around. Right? They're already preparing for the next 100 to 200 years. Right? America has already been milked for all that it has already. Listen, it is what it is. America has been milked to the bone already. So now the elites are looking that, well, they already done look. They are now placing their bets and their money in other places, and Americans can't even see it. Right? Many men in America don't even see it. They don't know what's going on, right? They're so focused on dating and relationships and everything else up under the sun but the right thing. You got 5 to 10 years, and that's an after pill.